Hey, this is Daniel from Adorama. I'm here in my studio in New York City, and today we're doing a series of videos that are going to be about how to shoot a model's portfolio. When a new model starts in the business, they generally have to go out and get their kind of first photo shoot to give them their initial images, and in the next few videos we're going to talk about that. In this first video though, I want to talk about the prep, because in order to make this work really smoothly, because you're going to do a lot of shots in one day, there's a lot of moving pieces, you want to kind of put this thing together in a really good systematic way. So when you talk to your model, you want to, first of all, talk to the agency if they're with one, and you want to get an idea of what kind of modeling they're going to do and what type of images will work for them. But generally speaking, you want an image that shows their face really well, like a headshot or a beauty shot, depending on what kind of model they are. You want something that shows their body. For that, I usually like to do some kind of a workout shot. I suppose, depending on the model, you might do a bathing suit or something if you were, like, let's say in Florida, but in New York, it doesn't make sense to run around in a bathing suit, so we'll do like an exercise or yoga type pose. You want to do something where they're a little bit more dressed up. If it's a fashion model, something with a little bit of an edgy light. If it's a commercial model, maybe just a nicer, like a suit or something. And then finally, you want something really casual. Show some personality, show a little bit of movement. So we're going to go through all those things. So first I talk to my model and I have them bring a bunch of stuff. 2 or 3 choices sometimes for each of the concepts. Because in the end, we're making a finished product. It's going to be a Z card or a website, right? So we want to make sure all the images work together. So I want to look at all the clothes together and pick out, so we don't have contrast. She's not in red in every shot, or she doesn't have the same patterns, you know, so we want to look at that. So the first step is I go through all the clothes and I pick out what I think will work the best. This is going to be giving her variety, and also, again, color patterns, making things work, things that are just obviously not going to look great in a photo that might look good in person. And then I'm going to have the model try each one on. Right? That's important because it might look completely different on than you imagine. And also, again, we want to get a feel for some outfits. You might look at it and go, oh great, this is a great outfit. And then when they go to put it on later in the day, they're missing a piece or something. So have them try it on, make sure everything's there and everything's good to go, and then put everything else away. In the end, we only want to have out the clothes that we're going to use, because the worst thing to do is to get like a singular shot and then turn around and have to like dig through the clothes looking for something else. We only want to have what we're working with. Treat this just like if you're shooting a catalog or anything else. These are the 4 looks, this is what we're shooting today. So one thing that I like to have out when the model gets there and ready is a clothing rack. You can get these, this happens to be a commercial one, but if you're working in a smaller studio, you can buy them very inexpensively. Set this thing up, give them a place to put their clothes so they're not just like throwing them all over the ground. Get yourself nice and organized. And also it's nice to have a steamer. The steamer is great because it's going to be fast to take the wrinkles out of stuff. Like one of the outfits we're going to shoot is this kind of silky red jacket, and it's got wrinkles because silky red jacket's going to wrinkle when you throw it in a bag. So steamer's super important. Get all the clothes out. While the makeup's being done, I'll steam the stuff and get it ready for her so that we don't have to wait. In addition, we're going to shoot 4 looks today. And for the first couple of looks, I'm actually going to have the model do her own makeup. You may find that for all the looks you'll be able to do that, but then we're going to do a couple looks in the afternoon with a little more elaborate makeup, so I brought in a makeup artist. So always factor that into your budget. If you're going to use a makeup artist, that's more expensive, so you got to, you know, think about what to charge, etc. Okay, so what we're going to do for our 4 shots, as I mentioned, is we want to have a casual shot. So the casual shot is going to be in jeans. She's going to wear that little red jacket that I mentioned, and I want to show a little movement and fun. Our model has kind of long hair, so what I'm thinking I'm going to do is go to the park and do something that feels very natural, kind of have her maybe walking a little bit and take some shots of her smiling, looking around, kind of a catalog look. Since she's tall enough, she could do fashion, she could do catalog, so I want to get that kind of fun catalog look. The second shot I want to do is the body shot. And again, because we're in New York and I don't want to do a bathing suit or something, I'm going to do an exercise outfit. So either we'll have her jogging or doing a yoga pose or something stretching. You know, there's a lot of different things you can do. The idea here is just to show what the model's body looks like. Really simple, really clean shot. I'll probably just find a nice kind of background I can get blurry and just really focus on her. For the third shot, we're going to come back to the studio and then we're going to shoot the more elaborate dress. She has a sequiny dress, and I think what I want to do with this, since she's more of a fashion type model, is I want to make it a little more contrasty. I'm going to use some hard light and shadows to really kind of have a cool effect, almost an editorial style shot. And then finally, we're going to shoot, which is likely going to be the front of her comp card. It's going to be the beauty shot, and it's going to be classic beauty shot, kind of shoulders up, looking towards the camera. I'll probably use a softbox for that. We'll look at it as we go. Nice clean makeup, nice beautiful shot, just to kind of show what she looks like. And that'll be the shot that, you know, when it's sitting on the wall in the agency, that's the one that everybody's gonna look at when they see her. So this is like the most important shot. That's why I'm shooting it last. Doing it last because by the end of the day, she's gonna be the most comfortable, the most loose. If you're working with a brand new model, they might be a little bit nervous. So I try to do the shots that are kind of the easier shots or the more far away shots first, because they'll still be building and working on their expressions. By the end of the day, she's gonna be down. She's gonna have it down and we'll be able to nail that beauty shot really easily. So because we're going to the park first and we're in New York, right? I'm not in a car, so I need to keep my equipment to the minimum. I'm using this backpack to carry what I need. I've got a DSLR, a Canon 5D Mark III. I have two lenses, I have a 50 and an 85. I'm probably only gonna use the 85, but I brought the 50 just in case I get into a tight spot. I also have my light meter with me, and I've got two Canon Speedlites, 600 RTs with a transmitter. This is gonna allow me to add light where I need it, and I'm also gonna take a Photoflex pop-up reflector. That amount of equipment is not gonna draw a lot of attention, and we should be able to get in and out really quickly without having permits and stuff, because oftentimes with this kind of thing, you don't have time or you don't really need a permit as long as you're not putting things on the ground in New York City. So keeping it really simple is gonna allow me to not have to deal with that. So remember, if you're gonna do this kind of shoot, and sometimes if this becomes a business for you, you may do 2 or 3 of these in a day. You wanna make sure that you're prepared. Get all your stuff lined up, make the shoot as easy as possible for yourself. That way you don't kill the momentum. You don't wanna keep stopping, right? So get everything ready, get out there and shoot and have a good time. The next series of videos, we're gonna show these individual shots that we make throughout this, so check those out. Be sure to subscribe to Adorama TV, and I'll see you next time on set.